Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. I should have warned you a little bit earlier. I'm sorry about
We're
that.
fine.
You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Today is Tuesday, October 1st. Skip Dillon is here, and we are going to talk hunting because Tuesday is hunting season.
Tomorrow it opens up, or today it opens up. That's right.
We're shooting it in advance. We're shooting a day ahead because you might be out there scouting or something when hunting season comes on.
You bet.
That's right. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We do appreciate it over here in Flora on Channel 100 or Channel 25, depending on your fiber. Same story up in Louisville, down in Sisney, Jeff, Fairfield, West Salem, Browns, Albion. And over in Salem, where you're watching on Channel 3, do appreciate you tuning in however you choose to do so. Thanks very much. What is going on? See, now you're off the air. You can go ahead and fiddle with your stuff if you anymore if you want. What is going on today here this Tuesday, October 1st? Some community events to tell you about. A few more today than there were yesterday. As over at Carl Richland Memorial Hospital, and me with the allergies that are coming around, I probably need this. This is the Better Breathers Club support group meeting. That's over at the Carl Richland Memorial Hospital in Olney, and that's at 1 o'clock this afternoon. It'll be at 1 p.m. And again, it's at the Richland Memorial Hospital, the Carl Richland Memorial Hospital Ambulance Garage Classroom. So you might want to think about that. Also, this evening, a couple of things this evening over at Kinmundy, at the Kinmundy Christian Church, they're going to have Grief Share. Grief Share is a grief support group designed to help you rebuild your life after losing a loved one. The group is led by caring folks who have experienced grief and want to help you through the difficult days you face. They know it hurts and they want to help. Again, that's at the Kinmundy Christian Church, and that'll go from 6:30 to 8:30 this evening. Also tonight, up in Effingham, it is bingo night at the Effingham Knights of Columbus Hall. That'll be at 7 o'clock at the Effingham Event Center. Of course, the Effingham Event Center is the Knights of Columbus Hall. It's up there on Fayette. Bingo night is back. For questions or if you like more information, you can contact the Effingham Event Center. Also, you must be 18 years old to play bingo. This is Tuesday, October 1st. What is going on nationally today? What is the holiday? This is National Fire Pup Day. National Fire Pup Day is October 1st. It recognizes the canine firefighters that have long been members of fire departments across the country. While the Dalmatians' origin is unknown, their use in firehouses began during the 1700s. Trained as a carriage dog, the Dalmatians' agility transferred quickly to horse-drawn fire engines, and in the days of the horse-drawn fire carts, they provided a valuable service, having a natural affinity to horses. Dalmatians would run alongside, in front of, or beneath the wagon axles to clear the way for safety. How about that? That's long after the red engines replaced the horse-drawn wagons, the Dalmatians remained a recognizable tradition in fire stations across the country. They serve as firehouse mascots, educate the public about fire safety, and represent past fire pups in honor of their heroism. How about that? That's pretty cool. You got the National Fire Pup Day.
Yeah, I didn't even know that there was one like that.
I had no idea. Yeah. You'll see the Dalmatians with fire trucks from time to time. I didn't realize that was actually it served a purpose.
Yeah, I didn't know the history behind it.
Had no idea. Not only is it National Fire Pup Day, this is also National Black Dog Day. National Black Dog Day encourages the adoption of dogs in darker shades. Black dogs are less likely to be adopted for no other reason than their coloring. Regardless of behavior, size, breeding, personality, or age, the phenomenon persists. If you're seeking to add a canine companion to your pack, consider adopting one with an ebony sheen. Their loyalty is no less or more than another dog, but they need homes too. This was founded by pet lifestyle expert and author Colleen Page many years ago. I didn't know that about that.
I didn't either.
See,
all of them are the same, I thought,
That's what you would think.
Yeah.
Skip, we are learning over and over and over.
Exactly.
Well, there is one other big national day today. I like this one. This one I can get behind. National Homemade Cookies Day. October 1st is observed annually National Homemade Cookies Day. Looking for an excuse to bake some homemade cookies? Look no further. Pack them up and share them with your neighbors, your co-workers, and your friends. You can do peanut butter, chocolate chips, snickerdoodle, whatever recipe you mix up. Enjoying them fresh from the oven with a cold glass of milk and family makes the National Homemade Cookies Day even better. Experiment by trying a new recipe or maybe an old one to share. Fond memories. I've got some recipes here. By the way, did you know that most cookie recipes use butter or a fat component? The butter should be soft but cool, almost room temperature. What to do if you want to bake, but you forgot your butter in the fridge? Well, leave each stick of butter in the wrapper and place it in a microwave-safe bowl. Microwave the butter on high for 10 seconds, and then turn each stick of butter 2 turns, and then you warm it up, and it'll make it perfect for baking. See, we are learning very much today.
We need to have that cookie one about once a week.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. What's on TV? What do you want to watch on television today? We've got high school volleyball on Wabash Catch TV tonight at 6:15. Weber Township will be in Sisney. The Lady Trojans from Weber Township taking on the Sisney Lady Lions, and that'll be right here on this channel, Channel 3, Channel 99, Channel 100, Channel 25, however you're seeing us. Also on the big old Moby device, and on YouTube if you want it on Wabash Catch TV. If you're ever wondering how to find one of the games, just go to YouTube and search for Wabash Catch TV, and the games will pop up there, and you can subscribe, and then it'll show up in your mailbox every time we decide to do something. Also tonight on television, this is Game 1. Well, actually, the only game. It's the National League wild card game. The Milwaukee Brewers are at the Washington Nationals. That's at 7:08 this evening. First pitch on TBS, Channel 632, TBS. Brandon Woodruff taking the mound for the Brewers versus Max Scherzer for the Nationals. I will ask you, you're a sports guy, and we're talking about baseball. Did you watch much baseball over the course of the year?
Oh, yeah, a bunch.
Mainly Cardinal fan.
I'm a Cardinal fan, you betcha, and I struggled here the last week or so when, they go up there and they sweep Chicago, and then they stub their toe. Here the last 5 games trying to clinch the division, and finally they got that done.
Got it done Sunday.
Yeah, and but Milwaukee is really hot, but I like Washington in that outcome.
It's the pitching matchup, isn't it?
Exactly. Scherzer's awful solid. Actually, when they were in St. Louis here a couple of weeks ago, I was surprised. St. Louis got him when Scherzer pitched, and of course he's from the St. Louis area.
Yeah,
and but
it makes you wonder if he had too much. He might have had too many homemade cookies.
Yeah, that's true.
His mom or dad made him all the homemade cookies that he loaded up.
Yeah,
he celebrated early.
Yeah.
So who you picking? You're going to pick Washington?
I'm picking Washington. Yeah.
I'm going to stick with Milwaukee. I think the Brewers, like you said, even though Yelich is gone.
And like I said, they've been hot, but they've won like 18 out of the last 22 or something like that, and I just don't think they can keep that run going that long.
That's true. That's true. The one-game series is always a lot of fun. Again, that's tonight. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. Skip Dillon is here. We're going to talk hunting, and we'll do that when we come back. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back right after this. Do please stick around.
Looking to build a new hobby building, horse barn, or farm shop? Let Morton Buildings help you design and construct a building that perfectly suits your needs. We'll be there for you every step of the way, even post-construction, with the strongest non-prorated warranty in the industry. Plus, Morton's exclusive Energy Performer insulation system provides the ultimate in comfort and efficiency. To see our latest projects and learn more, please visit mortonbuildings.com.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Morning, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My guest today is Skip Dillon, and he's smiling. You see Skip smile? Skip's smiling because this is your favorite time of year.
Yeah, hunting season opens up, and that's one of the big parts of my season or my year.
Well, you're retired.
Yeah.
You're retired now.
Exactly.
And you get to spend a lot of time doing, this is a hobby and avocation for you. You spend a ton of time doing it.
It's hopefully it's what you've put in because there's a lot of preparation that goes along with this.
That's what I was going to ask you about.
So, yeah.
Tell me, all right, so today is October 1st, and if it weren't 90 degrees, you'd probably be out there
exactly
hunting. What for the amount of days that you're going to end up hunting? Today, October 1st, is the first day of deer season and archery, as well as turkey season. Archery, right? And so, if how many days over the course of the winter do you think you'll spend going out there? Do you go out every day? If it's depending on the weather, or what plays into it?
Yeah, the weather has a lot to do with it here early, especially because of how warm it is. And try not to be out there when it's 90 degrees. First of all, it's not comfortable.
Right.
You still have the mosquitoes and all that going on, and then plus one of the things that the biggest defense for the deer is their nose. That's their biggest defense. And I don't care when it's 90 degrees, even if you're in a short and t-shirt, when you're walking a quarter of a mile to your stand or further, you're going to sweat, and it's going to create odor, and that they can smell, and they can smell way better than we can. Is it
okay? All right. So 90's too hot. At what point temperature it basically becomes more effective to go out and
somewhere in the low.
Supposed to get to 70 on Thursday.
And a lot of anybody who hunts, and I was talking to some fellow hunters this morning, when a front changes like that, because I think the low is supposed to be kind of fairly cool,
50 or something, or in the 40s,
48 or something. That starts. They'll move there. That would be a day. Yes, I'm going to hunt. So those, you look at the weather fronts, the temperatures. Now, you're not going to hunt midday when it's 70 still. You're going to hunt the morning and then the evenings when it's cooler. So therefore, the deer are more apt to move then, and that's their feeding time for the most part.
Okay, now it's deer season as well as turkey season for archers right now, and there'll be a firearm season for both coming up, but that's not here. When you talk about your preparation for this season, there's also the spring seasons too, but I mean, you've had the summer basically without a season, right?
Correct.
And you wouldn't want to go out in the heat summertime anyway.
Correct.
That makes some sense. When you when you talk about the preparation, how many hours do you think you spend on preparing for hunting season?
Oh my, it's hundreds. I mean, I spent about 6 hours.
What were you doing? What were you doing?
Well,
I guess do you walk a treadmill just to make sure you're able to go walk and be in good shape, or what?
Yeah, well, and it does. It take all summer long. You have cameras out trying to pattern the deer. You
pattern the deer.
Yeah, their movement. You're getting, and then you're looking to see where they're. You can see the trails that they're going on, where they're coming from bedding areas, going to food sources, things like that, because those are the areas where you want to set your stands.
Okay.
And then if a
wait, stop.
Okay.
All right, you're getting the pattern. Mm-hmm. You would prefer setting a stand in a bedding or a food, or would you prefer it on a pathway
either a food source or the path too. You do not want to get close to the bedding area, because if you get close and they bust you, a lot of the times they don't come back to that bedding area because of what you've disrupted. That year they'll come back there.
When he says they bust you, when they bust you, he's talking about the deer's busting you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Should have made that. When they smell you, or you bump them out of there when you're coming in or something like that, then they normally don't come back there. There's times if you've got a good way of getting into a bedding area, I mean, it's a great time, but normally there's multiple deer and multiple noses, multiple eyes. Yeah. It's hard to move and do anything, and
multiple ears.
Yeah, and so you don't want to necessarily do that. If there is let's say a big buck that you're after, and you can't catch him, and he's out of that bedding area, and maybe you can get in there and get set up to when he comes back, you can nail him, because some of them are tough, but most people do not hunt bedding areas because it's too easy to get busted and noticed, and then they won't be back there.
See, that is I don't hunt, and you make it clear to the world. I don't hunt. I never have, but I've always been interested in. Actually, I have one time, but didn't do any good. So, and I was walking down a railroad track with a shotgun, looking for rabbits.
There you
How's that going to go?
Yeah. Well, I won't mention that you were trespassing if you were walking down the railroad, but
well, I wasn't shooting from the railroad. Okay, well, yeah, I was trespassing then, wasn't I?
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought. So if you're looking for this big buck, you can go ahead and you'd prefer to be near the food source then.
Yeah, and that's his route. He's going to go from the bedding area to the food source, and he's got that routine for the most part the whole time until the breeding season starts. And
then when the breeding season starts, it is
you can throw everything out the window.
Who knows where he's going to go?
Exactly. 4 or 5 years ago, I killed a buck. He scored 156 and 3/8 inches, which is
that's a big number.
Anything over 140 is a big number.
Yeah, that's a big number.
And I had multiple cameras out, and I had never seen that deer, but a neighbor that's over where he has his cameras over a mile away, he's got multiple pictures of him throughout the year, and then didn't see him during hunting season. Well, of course, then because I stuck him.
It was right.
Yeah, and so they've been known to go up at 5 miles.
Is that
yeah,
right?
Yeah, just chasing girls.
Hey, that's what that is. So I've known people.
Yeah, they go more than 5 miles.
A lot more than 5 miles. I didn't realize. I mean, so all your cameras, even though you got cameras to figure out where they're going and where they're eating, they may all just prove useless whenever it comes to shotgun season,
Correct,
as opposed to archery season.
Yeah, and for the most part, like I said, they have a home area. And even though that buck may wander out 5 miles, he comes back to his home area.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah, and so, but a lot of big bucks, when it gets close to the breeding season, will start, for the most part, all their movements at night.
Oh, is that
They're
right?
nocturnal now.
Yeah.
And well, not quite yet. They're still moving in the daylight a little bit, but some of your big bucks can get shot this time of year. I mean, the first couple of weeks of the season, and then they kind of go nocturnal, and then during the breeding season, the closer it gets, and they start wandering a little more during the daylight hours, and that's obviously when they're more vulnerable.
I've got Skip Dillon here. We're talking about hunting season. We're talking about deer right now, and we're going to get into probably a little bit more of the turkey and stuff like that, and all kinds of different things. He's brought bows. He's brought, I'm guessing that is scent elimination stuff.
Correct.
That's what that reads. We'll take a look at all kinds of stuff, because as long as you don't spray, I'll probably spray some stuff. I don't know if I'll spray it on myself, because some of that stuff can. There's some stuff that's a little smelly, right?
Yeah, but this isn't.
Okay.
This isn't.
All right, just making sure.
Yeah.
You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey with Skip Dillon. We'll be back here right after this. Please stick around.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
In 1949, Morton Buildings constructed our first machine storage building to establish our bond with the farming community. Since then, our relationship has grown, and so have our product offerings. From the smallest specialized operation to the largest agricultural enterprise, we understand the needs of your business and continue to evolve to meet industry demands. Plus, when you build a Morton building, you're backed by the strongest warranty in the business. To learn more about the Morton Advantage, visit mortonbuildings.com.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only, with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching. Morning, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey, and my guest today is Skip Dillon. I've got him down there on the screen as a hunting expert, and you are a hunting expert in comparison to most people I know. How's that?
Well, okay, we'll go with that.
You go out west. You've hunted all kinds of different species and that kind of thing. So that's But there's a lot to being an expert. There's a lot more people that are more expert than I, but I work at it. I like to be good at what I do, so I try to be the best I can be. All right, I asked the question about the preparation. You said hundreds of hours of preparation. I would have. So this isn't something where you can just go out and put your deer stand up and go climb in it and you're ready to shoot.
Well, see, and one of the things that you try to do in your preparation is you try to attract the deer. So we go out in the summers and we will spray a field area, and then after the grass dies off, we'll come in and we'll disc it up and we'll make a food plot.
Okay.
And there are companies out there that make product that really that deer like. And they package it and say, you put it in. I mean, it's winter peas, it's chicory, it's all kinds of. There's clover, turnips, and beets, and clover, and there's certain clover that's a lot sweeter than others that they like. And
is that right?
Yeah, and so these companies, Whitetail Institutes is one of the big ones. They've got a lot of scientists and stuff behind this making these blends, and then of course it's different planting the food plot here as it is up in Michigan or as it is in Alabama.
It's going to grow at a different time.
So, and that's the same way with the variety of corn that grows in or soybeans that grow in our area. It doesn't grow as well in other soils. So these scientists at these like Whitetail Institute places and some others that make these products make that seed or condition that seed to what's best in your area.
Is that right?
Yeah,
it's down to that.
Oh, yeah.
Specific. Holy cow!
And so that preparation takes. It takes a lot to put a food plot out in the middle of the woods.
Sure.
I mean, hauling the stuff out there.
Yeah.
And clearing it, whether it's underbrush or just what you have.
How big a plot you talking?
Well, got one. The biggest plot's probably a 35-yard square.
I was going to say not an acre.
In some places you do if you have that ability. Some of them put an acre or more.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. If like in the middle of the woods, some of the places where I hunt, and I like hunting woods, big woods, better than I do field edges and stuff. And people, that's just people's preference.
Right.
But it's hard for me to get a real big one in the middle of the woods because of all the big mature trees. I'm not cutting down monster trees and stuff. We're not doing that, but we're finding a place where it's clear enough and got a little underbrush cleared out, and then of course lime it, fertilize it, all that stuff. And
we're talking about preparation for hunting season, and I mentioned the deer stands and. I'm not going to talk about firearm safety. First of all, I don't know much about it, so I'm not going to bother you with that. But there is something to be said for not leaving a deer stand out all year long, isn't there?
Yeah, people do. The way the deer stands are designed today, a lot of them got straps as opposed to chains on them or anything to hold them to trees. It's like the hang-ons. And
trees grow during the year.
Trees grow. Weathers and rots those things. And I've had some buddies where the stands have collapsed or fallen off the tree because the strap was rotten or things like that. One of the things that I like to do, I take my stands down, I condition them when I take them down in February.
I don't know what that means.
And I take them because the platform folds up or down. That's how you carry them out. They've got bolts in there. I make sure those are good. I lube them with some WD-40. I lube them, as I mentioned, scent, but I do them in February, and then that way they've got all summer to sit in my shop. I've got a storage place inside to where all that scent goes away, and check the straps, put new straps on if I need to, but for the most part, they last me quite a long time because I bring them in.
And plus, and this also gives you the opportunity, as you say, the deer is pretty smart.
Right.
It gives you the opportunity to move from place to place.
Yeah, and the deer, like I said, like you said, are smart. They got all their senses working for them. Because if you, depending on where you set that stand and stuff, you can. There's a lot to that too, because you don't want to be to where you've got just the open sky behind you.
Yeah.
Because you stick out like a sore thumb, especially when all the leaves are gone. See, like right now, your stand looks real good because you have a lot of cover right now because of all the foliage that's still on the trees. But when all that leaves, you still want to have some kind of camouflage other than what you're wearing to break up your silhouette. A few tree limbs coming through that doesn't necessarily block your shots, but
do deer look up?
Oh yes, they do.
The reason I ask, I have Great Danes.
Yeah.
And they'll look up, but they ain't looking up very much.
I tell you what, you would be surprised at how, and every hunter that's spent very many hours out there will tell you they've been busted, spotted that year, 4 or 5 years ago. That I killed that one I mentioned earlier.
The big one.
He was following this doe, and he was still about 35 yards away from me to the south, and this doe was right in front, and she was, I'm talking 4 foot in front of me, right underneath me.
Is that right?
And she didn't, and then all of a sudden she just went and looked right at me, hanging on the side of the tree. And I thought it was over then, but she didn't spook like crazy. She just kind of went over a little bit, actually, and the guy came in and gave me the opportunity.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
She wanted to draw him in for him to get the shot.
I did her a favor. Exactly.
Yeah, you did. Tell you what, let's do. We're going to come back, and I'm going to ask. He's got different camouflage. I want to see how some work as opposed to others, and why you would choose one over another. And we're going to talk about his big bow here, and we're going to talk about all kinds of different things. So we haven't even talked turkey yet.
Yeah, that's true.
We got to talk turkey because that's an entirely different kind of hunting.
Yeah, it is.
It's entirely different. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. That's Skip Dillon, and we'll be back right after this. Do stick around.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Looking to build a new hobby building, horse barn, or farm shop? Let Morton Buildings help you design and construct a building that perfectly suits your needs. We'll be there for you every step of the way, even post-construction, with the strongest non-prorated warranty in the industry. Plus, Morton's exclusive Energy Performer insulation system provides the ultimate in comfort and efficiency. To see our latest projects and learn more, please visit mortonbuildings.com.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone services required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Morning, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Cash TV. Skip Dillon is here. We're talking about it's the most wonderful time of year.
Exactly.
It's not Christmas, but it's like Christmas. Today's Christmas Day, of the first day of the 12 days of Christmas. How about that?
Yeah.
First day of the 3 months.
The 3 months of bow
3
hunting.
months of bow hunting. That's right. You mentioned camouflage. You're wearing camouflage today, and you are here. He is still here. You can still see him. But you mentioned there are different kinds of camouflage. What makes one choose one particular camouflage over another?
Well, some of it's personal preference, but most of it is the whole key is that you want to try to be invisible. So you wanted to blend into your surroundings.
Okay.
So wherever you're hunting, it kind of dictates a little bit of difference. You know, if I'm out west hunting, you're more apt to wear something like this camouflage.
Okay,
as opposed to
I can zoom in on this.
As opposed to this camouflage.
And this is called digital.
Yeah, that's the digital. And
why would one wear the digital camouflage as opposed to the what you're wearing right there?
Well, out west, there isn't the trees and the leaves and things as such like my shirt has.
Right.
So therefore, this blends into the rocky terrain and all that type of stuff out there. Now they do have this it's got a little more green in it too if you happen to be hunting like in the Aspens in Colorado, those types of things like that. So, but the digital camo has come on a lot stronger for the fact of it is it breaks up more of your silhouette. And you don't want, and the same way with if you are hunting in some place that has Saskatchewan, a lot of snow. Okay, you don't want to wear this because you're going to stick out like a sore thumb all the brown. Yeah. So they have snow camo. It's more white.
It's light gray.
It's just white and it's got like a tree limb maybe going through it.
Oh, is that right?
And so that way you're more of your surroundings. So you want to pick something to where you can blend in and be less conspicuous.
I'm guessing that varies over the course of the season.
It sure does. You have early season, late mid-season, late season camo, depending on where you are, and like here you do too. I mean, now you want to wear your more greens and things, right? Because that's still what you got. And then when it gets a little later, you want your browns to blend in.
You just kind of have to judge, don't you, as the year goes by?
You have to adjust.
I'll be doggone. So, and that, how do you blend in with the orange?
Well, you can't see. Well,
that's kind of what I was wondering. I mean, do the deer see the hunter orange, or how does that work?
No. See, that's one of the things a lot of people have said over the years. You know, the orange is for the safety of the hunter from another hunter.
Yeah.
Okay. So because basically reds and oranges are the best for the rods and cones in our eyes to see.
Right.
The deer don't have rods and cones in their eyes. They can only see black, whites, and grays.
Really?
Yes. So that's why the hunter wears the orange because humans can see it, the deer can't.
Do you now? That's okay. Now that leads me to the question. When you're doing deer hunting, this leads me to the question: deer hunting versus turkey hunting. Deer hunting, you're going to be in a stand for the most part, even whether you're bow hunting or shotgun hunting in Illinois. You're going to be in a stand for the most part. That's not like that in turkey hunting.
No. Turkey hunting, you're on the ground
tracking.
for the most part. Yeah.
You're stalking.
Yeah. And you're calling, trying to get them to respond to you.
What does turkey see? I mean, because you're going to be hunter safety. You want to be wearing that orange. You don't want somebody to think you're an animal.
That's exactly right. But in the turkey season, that's one of the things they don't require it, because turkey have unbelievable eyesight.
Is that right?
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, if they're very close and they'll see you blink. I'm not kidding you.
They'll see you blink?
Oh, gosh, they have unbelievable eyes.
Really?
And that's one of the reasons why in the fall, too. See, in the fall, they're all bunched up.
Yeah.
And they're in large numbers. And it's so hard to kill them with a bow, even a shotgun a lot of the times, because there's so many eyes. And they're all looking, and that's one of their main defense. See, they can't smell. They have zero basically smell. In other words, your scent does not mean anything to a turkey.
That's why it's okay to walk them.
Yeah.
To stalk them.
Yeah.
Because you don't mind your scent.
Yeah, you can blow to them. You know, the wind can blow your scent to them, and that won't bother them a bit.
No kidding.
So, but it's their eyes and their ears, and they do have ears. They're little bitty. But their eyes and their ears is what they rely on for their
is that right?
defense, and going to, obviously, when breeding season gets in, that's in the springtime when you hunt them, and you call them and they come in, and in the springtime you can only kill the males,
right?
Because obviously the females are laying eggs and getting the next generation of birds.
Yeah, you don't want to kill the hens.
Yeah, but in the fall you can kill either sex.
Okay.
So because they're not breeding.
What's the now a deer can be a deer is probably big enough to be shot at 6 months old, right?
Yeah, but
that's too small.
Yeah, that's I call those Lunchables.
Lunchables,
because that's about all you're going to get out of it it'll fill a Lunchable. But you want the mature.
How many years does it take to get a deer mature?
Are you talking doe or are you talking a buck? I mean, a buck.
Well, to get the good buck rack,
to get the good buck rack, you're going to need at least, for the most part, depending on the genetics, but on an average, 4 years at least.
Okay.
And then a good 3-year-old doe is she's probably the biggest she's going to be. I mean, she'll stay that big the next couple of years. I mean, not much change. But
and at what point does the meat start detracting? You want to kill one before they get too old and the meat gets gamey.
Actually, a lot of people say that or think that.
Yeah, I don't know.
To be honest with you, the gaminess of the meat has a lot to do with their diet.
Oh, is that right?
I will guarantee you.
No matter the age.
Yeah, I'll guarantee you, if you lay a deer chop right here on the cooked from Illinois and one cooked here from Texas, you can 100% tell the difference.
Really?
Because this one in Texas has been eating sagebrush and all that, the mesquite. And up here in Illinois, they've been eating beans and corn.
Is that right?
And it's totally different, and it has a lot to do with their diet. That's what puts the taste in the meat.
You learn something new every day. I did not realize that. Yeah. How long does it take a turkey to mature?
You're probably looking 3 years on a turkey to reach its full potential. Yeah. You want a turkey between about at least in the 23 poundish range is pretty good. And about 3 years for a turkey. And your toms, those are your males, are going to get bigger than your females. Your females are only going to be in the 16, 18, maybe 20-pound range.
How's the? I asked you off the air about deer, and I'll ask you about deer as well. But how's the population of turkey right now? It seems to be now. You're seeing more. I'm seeing more deer now than I ever used to see. Mm-hmm. But there's more hunting now. It doesn't make sense to me.
But there's more selective hunting.
Oh, is that right?
A lot of people have got into hunting. For the big buck.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the does, a lot of guys won't even shoot a doe.
Oh, really?
And they're just strictly a trophy hunter.
Yeah.
And so therefore they get to stay alive and they get to breed. And so that's why some of the county, the DNR does surveys every year. And I see on your paper there you got the CWD season. Well, that's that late gun season that they have at the very end of the year. Not all counties have that.
What is CWD season?
Chronic waste disease.
Oh, okay. That'd be up north.
Well, right, and there are some around here.
Oh, really?
Right, and but that's what they do each and every year. See, about 5 or 6 years ago, we had a lot of that going on even here, and it's kind of got cleaned up and it's kind of out of here, but they keep a handle on it. But only certain counties have that season, that late season gun season. To
cull the wastings.
And it's all does only.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but you may kill a buck in that time too, because if some of the younger bucks or even older bucks may have already dropped their antlers.
Oh, okay.
There's no penalty for that if they don't have any antlers on. You can't tell whether it's a.
How's the turkey population?
Turkey population is very good.
Was that reintroduced?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, actually, I'm trying to think of what year it was. Not all. They phased it back in throughout the state,
and they did it 20 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, it was longer than that. It was probably closer to 30. I'm going to say,
really?
Because when I lived in Beardstown. And it was probably, I'm trying to think, I want to say it was 93, but I'm not positive on that. Was the first year that they had turkey season in, that's Cass County up there.
Well, and, you're on the Illinois River, so you've probably got a ton of woods.
But they had reintroduced it, and the population was enough to where they had their first hunting season there.
That's the thing, like I was saying with deer, you can look at turkey. If you're paying attention as you're driving down the road, you're seeing more turkey probably than ever before.
Oh yeah, you see, the population's great. Now, one of the things that can affect the turkey population is what kind of spring you have, as in weather-wise.
Yeah.
See, a lot they build their nest, and if they happen to be in the lower lying areas, they get washed away.
Yeah.
And so it takes away, obviously.
You lose a house, you're going to lose a turkey.
Yeah, and so there's a lot of good habitat out there for them to breed and nest in, and so the population is great. Yeah, I was out last year in the fall turkey or deer hunting, and I'm not exaggerating. The flock there was probably 120.
Wow.
And they all, they just.
That's a huge flock of turkeys.
And you ought to hear them. They're noisy as heck. As soon as daylight starts coming on, they start doing their little chirping, and then they start, of course, flying down. They make a lot of noise.
Yeah.
And then when they all get on the ground, they come parading through, and they're all talking and kind of yipping at one another, and it's noisy as heck. But it's neat.
That does sound pretty neat. That sounds pretty cool.
And that's one of the things that I enjoy in the outdoors is I see a lot of things that people are.
You're seeing things that I'm not going to see.
That people aren't going to see.
Yeah,
exactly.
Since I'm walking down the railroad tracks with a shotgun, I'm not going to see that.
Yeah.
And I haven't done that for over 30 years, like 35 years ago. So don't statute of limitations.
Yeah,
okay,
there you
Skip?
go. Okay.
You're watching Big Talk. We're going to come back, wrap things up with Skip. We're learning all kinds of things, and we're going to teach you more stuff about hunting when we return. We've got all kinds of seasons coming in. I want to know if you've ever shot one of those, if you've ever hunted for crow.
Oh, yes, I have.
Have you really?
Oh, yes.
There's all kinds of stuff. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. I'll be back with Skip right after this. Stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
In 1949, Morton Buildings constructed our first machine storage building to establish our bond with the farming community. Since then, our relationship has grown, and so have our product offerings. From the smallest specialized operation to the largest agricultural enterprise, we understand the needs of your business and continue to evolve to meet industry demands. Plus, when you build a Morton building, you're backed by the strongest warranty in the business. To learn more about the Morton Advantage, visit mortonbuildings.com.
Morning, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. Skip Dillon is here, and we are talking about all kinds of different things. Hunting season starting this morning. It's a little bit warmish to hunt, but you never know. You're going to get out there sometime. What do you look forward to most? Deer hunting, turkey hunting, or do you have a favorite?
All the above.
All the above doesn't matter.
Yeah, and what gets me through the summertime is fishing. So, I love the outdoors. I love doing it all. It's just that's just something I don't know.
Is there a way to, or is it too late for the quail population in Southern Illinois?
Well,
because there were so many people who enjoyed going out quail hunting.
And see, I had the Brittany Spaniel bird dogs for 25 years.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, and did a lot of bird hunting when I was in Beardstown, Illinois. West Central Illinois still has a lot of birds. We have quail and pheasant up there.
Oh, really?
And did a lot of that up there. But it's called the habitat. That's what they got to have, and all the fence rows. The farm. You don't have any more of the 400 or 500 acre farmers. You've got the 4,000 or 5,000 acre farmers, and they
take out fence rows.
And they take out, and I understand that's their livelihood, and I actually help a farmer, and do his farm. Actually, that's where I'm going when I leave here.
Okay.
And but a lot of them have to put in what they call, you'll see some of the quail strips around the fields, trying to help the population come back. But the strips gives them nice cover. Hopefully it's against a fence line, because it's the fence line that gives the bird the protection.
That's where they get their nest.
They get their protection there too, because a coyote can still get through that tall grass to get to those quail. Those quail need those fence rows and those trees to be able to get that barrier to where they can get flying and get away.
So that, I guess I'm working on getting my answer through there. Is there a chance that the quail can ever come back?
Yeah, there is, but it's going to take
a lot of work.
More work than a lot of people think. And then one of the things too is, as I mentioned, I help a farmer. We were out last week doing some corn shelling, and red-tailed hawk came down, nailed a rabbit just right in front of me.
Oh, is that right?
We were coming around that way, and he tried to fly with it but couldn't because it was too heavy, and he actually let that rabbit go, and it got away. Fortunately, it got away.
Yeah.
But the predator, and I know it's a circle of life and that type of thing, but there is, if you go
more
down
hawks
there,
now than there
there's
used to.
unbelievable amount of red-tailed hawks.
There's a ton of hawks.
And they're protected.
Yeah.
So
Do you ever, in Southern Illinois, let me ask you some of the other animals. Do you ever see any eagles?
yes, yeah. Actually, there's one here between here and Clay City I've seen. There's one, I think, that nests every year over at Forbes Lake.
Oh, is that right?
See it all the time. So, yeah, there's definitely
There's a population kind of building.
Yeah, and see, when I lived in Beardstown, that's right along the Illinois River.
Yeah.
We saw tons of them there, especially just south of Beardstown. There's a lock there, and especially in the winter when it froze over, everything froze over, those locks kept water open, and you'd go down there and you'd see 15 of them in a tree, and going down and getting their fish, because that's the only open water they've got.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Tell me, all right, now you mentioned you have cameras, and you're using the cameras to figure out where the deer are going to go. Are you seeing bobcats? You are seeing bobcats?
Yes. The bobcats.
Did they ever leave, or were they reintroduced, or what's?
I don't know that they really ever left.
Yeah.
And so I've seen many bobcats, and they do have a season on them now.
Oh yeah.
But it's a limited number of permits. Yeah, they only.
Have you ever tried to?
I've put in for the permits, but I haven't drawn one yet.
How would you do that? I mean, is it? How do you hunt bobcat?
Well, for the most part, they stay pretty much in the general area. A lot of guys have bobcats.
Is it a deer stand type of thing as well, or is it more stalking?
It's just stalking,
like a rabbit hunting.
Yeah, it's stalking. Like they're stalking. They've got to get their meal too. So they're moving around and stalking and looking for rabbits and stuff like that. There's none of them. People have mentioned about them getting deer. The only time I'd say that they could ever be able to get it would have to be in the spring when one of them's first dropped and just a few hours old, because after that those little deer are pretty agile still. A day old fawn is pretty agile and stays with mom pretty good.
And mom's going to keep them away.
Yeah.
How big's a bobcat get?
Bobcat.
If you've seen them on your cameras, right?
Well, I've seen them in person. I had one about 12 yards right in front of me, but didn't have a permit and couldn't shoot it. So.
Well, see, I'm glad you.
I try to be within the law.
Well, exactly. You know why you try to be within the law? Because it's too expensive not to.
Oh, yeah. Well, and see, that's one thing that people don't realize about hunting. Let's say you drove your truck and you had your four-wheeler in the back of your truck, and you got on your four-wheeler and you drove it partway to your stand, and then you walked the last half mile, and you do something illegal, they can confiscate everything you used and they put it up for auction.
Your truck.
Your four-wheeler, your bow, your gun, your bow, your tree stands, everything involved is gone. Or can be.
That is and that's how you got to have. The IDNR has to have that kind of.
Oh
teeth.
yeah, and that's true.
And they're doing good work.
Yeah,
the conservation is amazing.
Yeah, and if we're going to have it, you have to continue to enjoy it like I do. You've got to conserve, and you've got to have those guidelines.
What's the next big hunt for? Now you've been out west. You've been up to Canada. What's the next big hunt?
I'm heading. Well, a year from this October.
Okay. Year from today.
Well, I think it'll be the 15th.
Okay.
15. The hunt will either be between the 15th and the 30th of October. I'm not the exact day. It's going to depend on what the elk are doing.
You're going elk hunting.
And going elk hunting out in northwest Wyoming, and with a rifle. This is going to be a rifle hunt, And so that's next October,
There are
2020.
no people in Northwest Wyoming.
Well, yeah, that's the good part. But we're going to ride in on horseback and stay in wall tents up on the mountain and use horses to get around some and
that'll be great
and stuff. So
thank you so much for spending time with me.
hey, I love doing that, and anytime you need somebody to fill some time, I'll come back.
I'm glad you're here. Hey, that's Skip Dillon, and we've learned all kinds of stuff about hunting. Be careful out there. Wear your orange, hunters, and check your stand. Don't climb up in your stand until it's ready to go, right?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Check all those things and be safe.
Be safe. Thanks very much for watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We'll see you all next time. Have a great day.